Hey guys, Thursday. Welcome to day number 88 of the At Home Fitness with Coach A series. It is Thursday, June 11th here in northeastern Ohio, and it is significantly cooler than it was the last 2 days, which is going to make today's work so much more fun. We have upper body focus today, a lot of pulling stuff, a lot of shoulder, external rotation stuff. So, without further ado, let me go through it, and then I will take you guys out into the garage gym and got a little partner down there, and walk you through the movements as well as the modifications. So, two components. First component is going to be strength. If you've done a Birddog Row before, then we know how this is going to roll. You could probably fast forward through that part. If you have not, make sure you guys watch the demonstration explanation of the Birddog Row so you understand the point of it. We're looking for stability and control here. It's going to be 3 rounds each side, 10 reps each side. If you guys have a bench or something you can prop yourself up on, that will be ideal. And as well as this is a single arm row, so if all we have is a barbell and some bumper plates, I will also demonstrate that in the modifications at the end of the video. Rest is going to say 1.5 minutes. The idea there is it should be on the side. So if you do the first round on the right, let's make sure we have at least 1.5 minutes till we're going back to that side. That should be pretty easy to do, right? You guys probably even easier to have 1.5 minutes between the second side of each round in there. So even if you want to do right side 1.5 minutes, left side 1.5 minutes, right side 1.5 minutes, fine with that as long as it keeps the quality up. Okay. Now, on to the workout. 12-minute AMRAP. It is going to be an ascending rep scheme of unilateral work. So, let's say we're going to do the right side first. This is programmed for a dumbbell. All of this stuff can be done with a kettlebell, as well as I'll walk you guys through it for a band and for a barbell. So 12 minutes, I'm going to progress reps on the round. So this isn't going to be an option like the last Saturday park workout was. This is going to be something I want done in a certain way. You're going to do 1 bent over row, right side, then 1 hang power clean right side, 1 hang power snatch right side, and 1 push press right side. Then you're going to switch to the left. Bend over row, hang power clean, hang power snatch, push press. Then when you guys go back to the right for round 2, which is also 2 reps, you're going to do them as a set. So it's going to be row, row, hang power clean, hang power snatch, push press, push press, okay? So we're not going to go through the 4-piece series twice. We're going to do 2, then 2, then 2, then 2. So when we get to round 3, it's 3 reps, and then 3 reps, and then 3 reps, and then 3 reps, okay? Couple options here for finding balance. Obviously, when we do unilateral work like this, we start getting to the end of the workout. We could essentially be doing a whole round on one, but not the next. If that comes, then 2 options for you guys. You can either make the call based on how much time's left to try and cut that round in half on one side and equal it out on the other, or you can just finish like you're going to finish a regular workout and then go back after the workout once you get a slight recovery and do the other side to equal out the reps. All right. Obviously, that's assuming you're doing this with a dumbbell, kettlebell, or something unilateral from that standpoint. But feel free to ask any questions if you guys aren't sure of anything. Let's talk Birddog rows. So, the reason why I say it's best if we have a bench or something similar that we can create some elevation with is because, for sure, if you only have kettlebells, but even if you have dumbbells, when we do the Birddog row, we need that little extra distance for the weight to be able to drop in line with the bench or below the bench to come into the next row. Okay? So the idea here is we're creating our own off-center support system, which we are trying to stabilize with the core, kind of an anti-movement core work, so to speak. And then I'm adding to that some work which is going to be a horizontal row. Right? So without weight, it looks like this. If my left hand is going to be the one that's down positioned on the bench, that means I'm rowing on the right side. That means the left leg is the one that is up and pushing back. Right knee and hip is the support. I pull through, elbow, shoulder, lat, pull back, and then I lower back down. Really important here, I'm not dropping back down, because the more I drop, the more the back leg is too likely to drop as well. Find the position first, find your bracing first. From there, go into your reps, make sure that shoulder's dropping a little bit at the bottom to let the lat come through, and then flex to reset the shoulder back before the pull, trying to get that weight all the way in line with the pec or front side of the shoulder pec. Remember, 3 rounds, 10 each side. Work the rest in as you guys need. Well, friends, we're talking WOD, so let's go through the series, the cycle, and then we'll get to the modifications in a bit. So a normal 2-rep round, which will be the second round, will look like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, or if you guys want to, you can bring the weight down in between the knees, in between the hips, and then same thing for that snatch, up and over, and then push press to finish. All right, then I switch, I would go to 2 on the left, and then I would come back and do 3 on the right from there. Stick around and I will roll through barbell and a band. The kettlebell, keep in mind, is pretty much going to be the same thing. The one big difference with the kettlebell versus the dumbbell is that on the power clean and on the power snatch, I can't really drop with the kettlebell underneath the weight, because that is going to cause it to crash a lot harder on my wrist. Whereas with the dumbbell, I'm able to punch down a little bit more like a power snatch as opposed to a muscle snatch. Alright guys, so for both of these movements, or both of these pieces, strength and workout, unilateral is unilateral, so to speak. So kettlebell, dumbbell, heavy, light, it's all pretty much going to be the same, just different intensity. If we have only super heavy dumbbells with kettlebells, obviously that set of 10 might need to come down to something a little bit less. The workout itself might end up getting more broken up mid-set than if we have something that's pretty light. So really what we're looking at here for modifications are bands and barbells, okay? So let's go through the couple pieces in order with these things. So if I'm on the strength department, the Birddog Row, this is where I would like to see that side plank with a row. Okay, so pretend this is the ground, I'm in a side plank position. The band is going to be anchored to something up here. From that, in my side plank, I pull through row, let that shoulder arm come back through, pull through row. Okay, so we're supporting the side plank position, we're supporting the core, but we're also getting the row in functioning with it. Reps probably depends on the weight of the band, how resisted it is. The lighter the band, you probably want to add some reps. Also keeping in mind that the side plank is probably an easier position to hold than the bird dog for most people. If you want to make that a little bit more aggressive while you're in that side plank, engage the upper glute and pull the upper leg and foot up a little bit into a lift while you're doing the row. Okay, keeping in mind that when we're doing that, the row might be moving, but everything else is staying in place. All right. Now, if we only have a band for the workout, we can technically still do this. I'm going to take the band and I'm going to loop it under my feet. All right. Obviously, the more slack I take out of it, the harder it's going to be. Also, the more I can get into the hinge and pull from there. If I have multiple bands, I can also anchor it on the wall and hit some rows from there. I can even do single arm stuff with that. A couple different options here. When it comes to the hang power clean, we can hip extension into an upright row. We can also toss the band over the traps and do a good morning, especially if you guys didn't do that yesterday. When it comes to the snatch itself, as long as the band is suitable, we can drive up overhead with one arm, or even probably more successfully drive up overhead with 2 arms. So this becomes a bilateral instead of unilateral workout movement, so to speak. And then the push press, just like we used before we began to do a strict press, whether it's a warm-up or a lift, I can also do the same thing or even drop it down behind the neck and do that coming up as well. All right, so if we have the band, that's how we're gonna do it. If all we have is a barbell, here's what we are looking at. Now, the trickiest part here for the Birddog Row is that I can take this bar, and I'm not gonna be able to set it back as far as I want to here, but the idea you guys will get is put myself in the Birddog position and row the top part of that barbell similar to a landmine row. From there, I can also hold onto a plate with my hands and obviously row that in place of a dumbbell or a kettlebell or something along those lines. Now, for the workout, pretty simple. It's going to be a complex. It's going to be a complex that we're going to have to change our hands up a little bit. And it's going to be something that we're not going 1 round, 1 round, 2 rounds, 2 rounds. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So I have my bent over row. I have my hang power clean. I have my hang power snatch. And if I want to make this a little smoother, I can keep my hands where they're at and do a snatch grip push press, or I can bring them back in and do a push press from there. If I don't want to move my hands around to that snatch position, I can always go bent over row, hang power clean and jerk, and then push press as well. So find a way to make this work for you guys, but also find a way to challenge yourself and make sure you're getting out of it what we want to get out of it. All right, see you guys next time. Remember to post any comments or shoot me messages if you have